Alright, g'day guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. This is going to be a quick one today, only because a little bit of a passion project that I've got going on in my box to sort of reduce the fact that I get shafted a lot is to awaken and rainbow any SRs that get a Dokkan Awakening. And the two you see on screen here are the only forms, or they're not the only, but they're the highest rarity, I guess, forms of these two characters. Given that we have an LR Bojack as well, and it's, at the time of recording on the 25th of April 2020, given the trend of Dokkanfest exclusive units that we've gotten recently, it's not all that out of the realm of possibility to expect a Dokkan Festival exclusive potentially transforming Bojack unit at some time in the future. And if he does come about, I really hope they maybe make the two that you see on screen, the Zangya and the Gokua. I hope they give these guys another Dokkan Awakening into TUR, or even just another unit. But I hope they make use of what they've got, because they come through summons as SRs. They're really easy to awaken. So for new players and players that need to accumulate more units, they're kind of decent options. I don't want to say they're good options, but we'll see how they perform in a second. But just to quickly go through their cards, we have Merciless Swift Strike Zangya. Her leader skill, their leader skills, both of them are whatever. Hers is probably a little bit more diverse than his, but you could make the argument either way. When HP is 30% or above, 2 key and attack and defense 20%, not something to write home about. Her super attack though, especially if she awakens, and even in this form, not that it's endgame kind of quality, but it kind of is, it's just that she's not, causes extreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack. That lowering attack is a massive benefit in things like Super Battle Road. Her passive skill, Sprightly Speed, recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn. Again, really kind of useful, even though the card itself isn't overly useful. Her links: Clan, Galactic Warriors, Battlefield Diva, Brutal Beatdown, Loyalty, and Shocking Speed. So plenty of key, a little bit of attack. And she's got 4 categories: Peppy Gals, Resurrector Warriors, Time Travels, and Terrifying Conquerors. She gets the extra Peppy Gals. The rest of the, I'm going to call them the Galactic Warriors, or the Clan, whichever you want to call them. Both links are present. They all have Terrifying Conquerors, Time Travelers, and Resurrected Warriors. And then you have Gokua. Tide Turning Power Up, Gokua. Who, by the way, is like the transformed version, so there's nothing stopping them giving us like an untransformed version where he's got the bluer skin like you see and the orange hair like Zangya. His super attack, Devilish Blade, causes supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. He greatly lowers defense, which, has its use. I don't think it's as useful as lowers attack, but greatly lowers means he's doing a little bit more. His passive skill, Change of Battle Form. He's an orb changer from AGL to STR, and he gets attack and defense 30%. So like the foundations are there already for him to be pretty legit if they want to be. And the way that they kind of awaken units these days, what they give SSR units when they make them TURs, they don't kind of do things proportionally anymore. It's more of the era that they awaken as opposed to what they had to come from. So he for real could be a bit of a monster if they wanted him to be. His links are very similar. All these guys have the Clan, Galactic Warriors, and Shocking Speed by the looks of it. I'm not sure about the 2 R units on the side there, but they have that. He's also got Infighter, Loyalty, and Nightmare. So again, a good kind of mix of attack and key links there. Categories, as mentioned before: Resurrected Warriors, Time Travels, and Terrifying Conquerors. Just no Peppy Gals. That Zangya is the only one that would have that anyway. His stats as well aren't all that bad for a SSR. Like, then again, they're nothing to write home about and go mental over. Zangya's are much worse, obviously, but 13k attack, 11k defense, like that could easily jump up quite significantly. And his defense, he could easily end up with like something like 10,000 defense if he awakened, sorry, I should say. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, it's just going to be a quick video. They're obviously not going to be taken into any endgame content because they'll get slapped up like no one's business. And for the hell of it, I brought the other two R units, the other two members of the Galactic Warriors / Hero Clan, Bujin and Bido, each of which also, that's their highest rarity card, so we could even see another version of those in the future as well. And I brought LR Bojack along for the ride, being taken under the Terrifying Conquerors leader of Kula, who is also, and I'm going to be taking them into an event with multiple enemies so that we're activating Kula's 50% support type passive. I'm going to float them around. So without further ado, we'll get stuck in. Again, it's just a story mode. I just looked for one that had as many enemies as possible to make sure that we could see as many attacks from these guys as possible, and activate Kula's passive. The rotations, it doesn't really matter. As long as we're activating the Hero Clan, Galactic Warriors, we should be pretty good. So no support on this rotation. It doesn't matter what slot she's in, she's going to do the same amount of damage, but we're not going to get a super if she's at the front. So I went full additional because of her attack lowing. So if she does awaken, I'm pretty much set with her. With him, I just kind of went spread out across the board. At this point in time, it doesn't really matter so much. And then Kula's 55%. Both of them are, as is my LR Bojack, and obviously the R units, they can't be used in the hidden potential system anyway. But this stage, I think in the Raditz event, has like 3 or 4 different like fights, I guess, each of which have 5 Cybermen, so we will be seeing Kula's support type passive quite a bit. And he seals too. I mean, I don't expect them to awaken him all the way up to TUR, obviously, but I mean, if they gave us another version, 270k, again, not crazy, but there's, again, when they awaken these kind of units to TUR, it's less about scaling them proportionally, it's more about like how they feel like making them, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to have, this is still 2 enemies, so there's 100% support basically on rotation, but no links active. And look, just shy of 1 million. He's got a lot of potential, this one, especially being an orb changer as well. There you go, just to confirm, 940k, 950k ish, which is, yeah, not all that bad. No support, but I think we'll maintain the Zangya and LR Bojack rotation. Is there any way to get... Yeah, if I do that, maybe we might get a few more greens. Yeah, tech orbs, yeah, beautiful. So we'll get to see Bojack's 18 key super as well. So this is also a way to kind of show how LR Bojack will benefit if these kind of units, 270k, not fantastic. But whatever. I mean, she's a fodder unit. 2.3. See, again, this is another way to sort of show what LR Bojack would become if he had like a team, or even one linking partner, but a team of linking partners. He becomes really quite good, especially if that Gokua does awaken, being an orb changer, which Bojack would really, really benefit from. It doesn't really matter either way. He's not linking with Kula. Yeah, I'm gonna try and, I don't know, Kula will probably, yeah, look, 9.4 again, and that's only with one support, so he's basically getting the same amount of support from links. Yeah, you're useless, but whatever. Still good having on team, just for the sake of this showcase. So yeah, I think we're in the rhythm now of our rotations. So we've got 50% support. Will they drop? Yes, they will. They'll drop. The green will come to the bottom corner, and we'll get a good amount of in orbs. Not a full 24 key, but still. So she'll have support here, so she should be back up over, I think, like 400k. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, look, 3.3. Like, if you had a support, like if that transforming Bojack is designed like Kula, and you gave him like what would you give him? Resurrected Warriors and Time Travel and Terrifying Conquerors or something as his leader, or if they did like one of these kind of fodder categories that they seem to be doing with him, they'd probably give him like a Galactic Warriors category, and or that would be super restrictive. But Terrifying Conquerors he'd be a great leader for. But if he was, look, 700k and that's no support. Just looking at what's going on. Yeah, if the transforming version was like cooler, where he supports his category before transforming, and you're floating him about with an LR Bojack and potentially a TUR Gokua, TUR Zangya. Like, I know it's a small kind of team because there's literally 5 characters from that movie, but throw in a few other Terrifying Conquerors with like a Resurrected Warriors support or something like that, you could have some real fun with this. So she was 400k last turn, but she had support. That's interesting. And see, look at that. He's 2 mil at 12 key. Oh no, there is support on this rotation. That's my mistake, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. So we'll finish this round with Gokua. So this should be that 900 and just shy of 940k. Yeah. See, he's already there. In my opinion, like even the stat boost alone would make him really kind of really solid in terms of attack and defense. But this was just a quick one, guys, just to kind of show what these two can do at the rainbow level. Again, they're not designed to be good units. They're not designed to be taken into endgame content and perform in any way, shape or form. But they are only SSR. There is still the opportunity for them to TUR if Dokkan decide to give that to them. And I really hope they do. I really hope we get a transforming Dokkan Fest exclusive Bojack. And I hope we kind of get like a proper version of each of these units. More units the merrier, you know what I mean? More units that we can take into more categories. Like if every one of these, like if these two are woken and we got a general pool TUR Beto, a general pool TUR Bujin, a Dokkan Fest exclusive Bojack, like that's just a buff for Resurrected Warriors, Time Travels and Terrifying Conquerors. If she gets an Awakening or another new card, that's another Peppy Gals. Like it's a corner of the game that really could use a buff, and especially from the extreme side of things, villains kind of get a little bit of the short end of the stick in this game sometimes. But as I said, just a short one, guys. Let me know what you think. I do these recordings over on Twitch, by the way, so come join us over there. And I stream to Twitch 3 nights a week. Nights my time in Australia, probably day or morning or afternoon or whatever it is, depending on where you are in the world. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.